So I decided against scripting this video, which may prove to be unwise, but let's find out. Let's find out what happens. Hey YouTube, Ben Sanders here. So Draw with Jazza made another Skillshare course that's all about talking to a camera, basically talking to it like it's another person. And he used an analogy of a sandwich. I couldn't tell if it was because he wanted to eat a sandwich. That seems to have had a big factor in it, but basically the analogy is that the bottom layer of the sandwich is the pre-production, and the middle bit, the meat, cheese, whatever you put in it, is the content, and then the top is the post-production, the editing, whenever you add animations or whatever else in it to finish off the video to make it look pretty, the sprinkles, so to speak. He added sprinkles to a peanut butter and Nutella sandwich, so not gonna judge. I don't really have a whole lot of post-production. I mean, I guess my post-production would be setting up my camera, which is my phone. I don't really have a fancy DSLR camera, though I would love to have one. But it would just be setting up my phone on my tripod and making sure that it's angled properly with this little backdrop that I kind of made. And if I wrote a script for that video, then that would also be what the part of the pre-production would be to make sure the script's written, make sure I have it on my iPad that I usually keep right here. And that's usually how I keep track of what I'm saying. I may not always read exactly what I write down, but it at least gives me a good guideline to go by. And one thing that he had mentioned in the series is to look at the camera, and if your camera has a screen, an LCD screen on it, like with my phone right now that I'm recording from the front-facing camera or selfie cam, it kind of does you a disservice to have that screen, because you end up looking at the screen with the, and even now I'm doing it, that you end up looking at the screen instead of directly at the camera. Like right now, as far as I can tell, I'm looking directly at the camera. But if I'm looking right here, I'm looking at the screen. It looks fine in the screen, but I can see why he would say that it would be off, that it may not look like you're looking at the person that you're talking to, the person that's watching your video. That's one thing I'm going to try to be better at in my future videos, is to try to look at the camera. Now that I think about it, Casey Neistat has said that that's one reason why he wears sunglasses every time he records, because you can't really tell where his eyes are looking, because he has sunglasses on, so therefore it looks like he's always looking at the person watching. And then that brings up the point too, where he mentioned to talk to the camera like you're talking to one person, one individual, because most of the time you are. Most of the time you're talking to one person watching the video. Now, that could be one person times 30 people. So it could be it could be 30 people or 100 people having viewed your video. And each one of those individuals you're talking to each individual person, basically. And even now I'm doing that. I'm using individual words like you and you are. I'm talking to the camera like it's an individual person. And in a sense it is, because by the time the person watching the video sees it, that's the person who I'm talking to. And I'm sure I may have cut away already, but I decided to, instead of making the sandwich here, because the area where I record is not my kitchen, I decided to record some B-roll footage, which I may have either just started showing it or I may have cut away a couple times already. I decided to record my sandwich making in B-roll format, because that's just the way I wanted to do it. So, yeah, and I kind of like the idea of making B-roll. And also, when I watched the video back, it seemed like an ASMR sandwich making video almost. So I'm tempted to upload that as is. So keep an eye out for that, or let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. I don't know, I figured I'd let this video be the video I put up this Wednesday/Thursday. I may not be monetized anymore on YouTube, but I still want to keep making videos. I still want to keep doing stuff here on YouTube, keep wanting to try to grow this channel, and I saw this as a good opportunity also to practice. It gave me not a good reason to make a video, because I don't need a good reason to make a video. I can make a video anytime, but about anything. But it gave me something. It gave me a topic to make a video on, and I figured it would give me some good practice and the tips in his Skillshare series were really good tips. I feel like I'm going to try to kind of use some of those tips in future videos. Thank you for watching, and Jazza, if you've watched this, I'm going to post this as my Skillshare course project. So Jazza, if you're watching this, thank you. And I do look forward to hearing what you have to say if you do decide to leave any kind of feedback. But if you're watching this from my channel, if you're watching this from the YouTube search, and you like what you see here, you like the video, you like me, or whatever, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. I try to put out new videos every week, usually Wednesday or Thursday. I try for Wednesday and Friday to be my upload days, but I usually end up just once a week, sometimes, most of the time. So if that's something you are interested in, then make sure you hit that subscribe button to get more, and hit that little bell icon so you actually see the notification. And don't forget to like the video if you like the video. Let me know what you think. I'm interested. And by all means, comment down below and just let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on the Skillshare series, Jazza, whatever. I don't know what kind of sounds you like. What do you like on your sandwich? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, guys, this has been Ben Sanders signing off.